Hello everyone, hello everyone. It is me, Just Be Audrey Lane. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can be notified of when a video, journal, everything of Audrey Lane is up. So, sorry, it's so hot. Um, Thank you guys for coming and tuning in and being a Just Be, just who you are. I thank you so much for it. I celebrate you guys. Thank you for celebrating and loving on me. I love you as well. Um, I am just coming. One, I have to clear up something because I I was so busy yesterday going on about my wrong and then talking that when I played the video back, I heard myself do something that I was like, wow, you never got a chance to finish up what you were trying to say. So I'm gonna get that out and then I'm gonna get on to what I really wanted to share with you guys. So what I was saying is how I used to pay tithes and the way how I was trying to break it down is I used to have a thinking of, you know, let me pay my tithes so that this way God will give me this, like let me pay into him so he can give me something. When I tell you guys, I was all kinds of jacked up and head all over the place and craziness and just didn't know. Didn't know. I truly know the difference now of you do not and we do not pay tithes. We don't pay God. We give. It's we offer, like we offer. We give it to him and give unto him because of all the wonders and blessings of everything. And I'm speaking for me for this. I give unto him because it's a true meaningful thing for me. When I tell you, when I was saying it, I remember having where it was like, God, I'm gonna pay you because you do this for me. I'm gonna pay you because I want you to do this for me. Not knowing, not knowing, you know. And now I love it because giving up and some way may say a sacrifice. It is amazing and it's I can't even really put it into words for me because I know for me my thinking and where I used to be and how I treated tithing was all kinds of craziness. It was all kinds of jacked up stuff of, man, and I will honestly say, not truly really knowing, not really knowing, of it. Like, the way, and I'm not putting any pressure or anyone or any of that. And when I put this out, I put this out for me. I put this out because giving into him, I it blows my mind at times how I used to do it, how I treated tithing. It was it was, and now I truly see it as this is my 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 will, one my truly sacrifice, my truly just give because I really can't even explain it to you. You know, I the way I want to break tithing down may definitely cause someone to be offended. So I have to break it down though for me and how I view it. So keep in mind, I have told you guys the gentleman who I call my father is a retired pastor. So let me say it like this. How do you expect to go into a building house of worship? How do you expect for the doors to be open? How do you expect for it to be running water, lights, gas, air, for right now, summertime heat, all of that? And there's things that have to go into that. There's finances that have to go into that. And it's crazy for me that I never knew that. One, I can be honest with you, I knew that, but it wasn't until it started being broken down to me of how it goes. So yeah, and that's just one part of it. So I really ain't break much down to you. I just kind of, just told you a little bit. Because trust me, there's more I don't know. But it's really good for me because I truly see it. Like, man, one is in His Word. It's in His Word. Main number one point, like, it's in His Word. We have to truly, like, obey and give it to Him and trust. And trust there's a reason for it all. And not what you think it is. Not what you think it is. How are you given unto God now is truly like God. I don't view it as what I'm going to get out of it. I couldn't believe at one point I did think that. Yeah. And it was truly a good thing because I don't know how it just came to me of you have to give unto me. I don't even want to say, I can't even tell you that God told me that. It just, one day, I just was like, man, 10%, 10%, 10%. And I'm saying it like how you just heard me say it, to present myself to Him, to give myself to Him, for Him to know, do you really trust me, Audrey Elaine? 10%, 10%, to present, and please understand, I am saying 10% and 2%, to present yourself. And I can't even tell you, I can't pinpoint or any of that. Just literally one, I don't, I want to say it was at Bible study. It doesn't matter. But I was at church. And it just came up to me like, yeah, 10% Audrey Lane. And it was 10% of what I actually had in my account. And that's been amazing. So I wanted to kind of just come here today for my journal and clear that up, because I couldn't even believe I said it like that. I didn't want to leave it in the wrong mindset of paying God. We don't. We don't. Give to Him. Give to Him. Now, I will tell you this. When I tell you it comes back multiplied and tenfold, and do it, but don't go into it doing it as that. Don't. You don't have to. It's a trust. I don't try to figure it out, but it just really makes me thank Him more that I trust Him. You would think where my background in my family upbringing, that I would have known some of this stuff, that I would have been, if you can do that, air quote for this, knowing more, that I wouldn't have done some of the things I did in life. Let me tell you, I always say this, and it was so funny, because people may think, and this is where we cannot do it, that pastor children have it made, that they have to walk a certain way, they have to be a certain way. I have wrote this a while ago in my book, in one of my journals, because for years I used to write out sermons as though I was a pastor, not a preacher, not any of that. And it came to me because I experienced this for myself, that people look at you, and they look at you with the eyes of, you have to be living a certain life. That's your father over there. So you should be doing this. So the church is serving dinner. And now, mind you, there's chicken. We all know some chicken at a church event. And people will kind of give you the look. It's like, oh, no. Don't eat that with your hands. Use this fork and knife. You don't want to get yourself messy and dirty. And you're looking like it's just chicken. I can pick it up and eat it. But the minute you use that knife and that fork, then it becomes, oh, what you think you better? You using a knife and fork to eat chicken? It's like you cannot be right or wrong. It was almost like, for me, not being really, truly being able to live. And when I tell you, this man may not be my biological father, but the pressure that comes on it, where people just put this thing on you, you have to be careful not to let it affect you. And I know for me, I had to kind of laugh at a lot of things. Because, and not a mean laugh either, but just laugh and chuckle, because I just thought it was like, do you understand? I'm human. I am, like you. I come here with my own things going on like you. Don't put me in this area. Don't hold me up to a standard. Now don't get me wrong. There is a behavior being a clergy's child that you have to kind of have. However, is it? Ask yourself, really is that? Don't we all have a life, and don't we all make some mistakes in it? You have no clue what it's like unless you are a PK of how it is. I used to love the fact of when someone else needed him or he had stuff to do, because I can go off and kind of be Audrey Lane. I can do that. I could be, you know, I don't know if I ever shared it, but my nickname that everybody calls me. I can be that. So if someone needed counseling or someone needed his attention, it's like, okay, Pat, let me go see if he's busy for you. Let me go see. Let me take you to his office. Because then he wouldn't be so worried about me. Yeah, no, that wasn't true. That wasn't true. Because no matter what, this man always was. I always, no matter what, could be on the top of his mind. And my mom too. His wife, who I call my mom. She's my mom. She actually, her and my pop had a intertwined relationship with my birth mother. Because how he became my spiritual father was, I moved from Philly to Pittsburgh, and I met a girl, and her and I went to school together, and she took me to church. And she was like, you want to come to church with me? I was like, yeah, I'm going to come to church with you. Because I had just moved up there, and I didn't have a church to go to, and I was missing an element, a piece of me and everything. So we go, and get this. It was at a hotel. Small conference room, like maybe less than 5 of us. But you could not tell this man that it was 5. You couldn't tell by his preaching that it was 5 of us in there. So then we started like clicking really good. And he just swooped me right in. Him and Mom swooped me right on in under their arms. And we've been ever since. And I don't know, probably like I don't know, but like a week into when I started my Just Be Audrey Lane journal, I was in Pittsburgh to see them. Couldn't really see them because of COVID. They're up there in age, and it wasn't, I couldn't give that real caress hug from him, but just to see his face was, man, to see his face and his smile and hear, it's a different voice you hear over the phone versus face-to-face voice. And my body just got this shake, you know. So we're at the hotel for a little bit, and people are coming in, and then all of a sudden he got called to be head pastor of a church. And from there, it just was something. And that had, I can't even tell you how many members it was. But it was, yeah, a lot. And it was really, really amazing because his preaching, like from day one, me hearing him preach, and we will go out and do all kinds of stuff at other churches and stuff, because it's the Amy Zion Church store. And we all know Amy Zion is like, I want to say it's probably a million of them. But it's was amazing because his preaching is phenomenal. It's a preaching, teaching session. Yeah. And for this man to kind of take me in, and it was so funny because I met his wife first, mom first, but I adapted and clicked with, no, both of them, but him. And I started being like a little bit of the right hand man woman for him. And it was good. Never can make him coffee though. I made him coffee one time. One, I don't drink coffee. I think it's brown water. No offense to your coffee drinkers out there, but for me, it is brown water. I don't know. I keep saying it's going to be on my list to try, open up, explore, do different things. You know, I'll probably get one of them little shot cups or whatever that they have at the stores that people get espresso shots in and all of that. But it's good. And it also brings me to a point of how, you know, I thank God for prayer. I truly do. I thank God for prayer. I thank God for my birth mother, Cheryl, my spiritual mother and my spiritual father. I thank God for everyone who has ever prayed for me, because I would not have thought I would ever have gotten to this crack. You know, I know it's more in me that has to be done. I truly do. But for me to even have gotten here, it's the power of prayer. The power of someone is there praying for you. My mom always saying, somebody is praying for you. Someone is praying for you. When my mom would get up and, you know, sing, or even when she would move around within the church, my mom would have an eye on us at all times. And we always had where someone was looking out for us. You know, your mother can still mother you from up on the choir pit, because that person, that person sitting behind you or in front of you will turn and give you that look, and then tap you and point up to your mother, and your mother could be singing full flash like my mother, singing full flash, and she get that ah, and then it's like, oh Lord Jesus, somebody get us. Lord, you help us, because Cheryl is going to get us. And my mom had a way of talking to us that was, yeah, got us right in order. So it is really good to actually have deep roots. Even when you feel like, God, I done left from up under you. I thought because I had a praying mother, a praying grandmother, and praying spiritual people all around me, that I was covered. And God was like, yeah, you was. But more importantly, because you had them, you had me first. They realized that they had to pray for you and pray to me for you. But you had me first. So now, Audrey Lane, I need you to come to me. Guys, he needs us to come to him. I was talking to myself again, because I do that a lot. I don't even know. I normally be trying to put a name for my journals, and sometimes it don't come to me right away. But for this, it was hmm, up in the air. It's out. Because keep in mind, I said our biggest thing we have is our mouths, our voice. The biggest things. And it's a powerful thing. So let's definitely make sure we are using our voices for greatness. Make sure we are speaking life into ourselves and life into others. I love the fact that you would think that I would know more that I've done. I mean, more than what I do, being what I've grown up in. But I am so glad that I am getting it for my own now. No, nobody is getting this for me. Nobody is doing this for me. I can't get somebody to do this walk for me. I can't get nobody to say, oh, you have a relationship with God, and once you get to that relationship part, now give it to me. That's not how it go. I love how I don't have to worry about being, you know, God, whatever they prayed for me for, you know, you do it. You, for me, I have to say now, okay, it's okay for someone to pray for you or your but God wants to speak with you because you don't know what them people is asking God to do in you and do for you. So be cautious. I don't like to do the fake thing when someone is telling me, oh, this is going on in my life and I do it. I don't like to say, oh, I'm praying for you. Now I do where I say I'm going to pray, and I either pray right there instantly and I ask God that you do, that he does his will. That he does his will. One, because I'm learning how to actually speak and talk and pray to God. So I come to him exactly how I am. I don't try to come with all the craziness of wanting to pronounce some big old words and, you know, do all that. I come boldly to him just how I am as Audrey Lane. And I often say to him, you change my speech. You change me. You give me the right way to come to you, Lord. You stop me right where you need me to stop, and you tell me, okay, now it's time for you to do it like this. It's time for you to grow more in this area. I can already tell, because when I tell you last year, I would do like this microwavable prayer to him, like it was, I don't know what's the thing, a 30-second prayer, and thought I was doing something. Thought I was doing something. I was all over the place. Emotionally, you know, even physically, being just all over the place. Praying for basically what I see now, stuff I didn't even need to really continuously pray for. The one thing I know I pray for now is for God to do his will in my life. For God to change my life. To change my life. To come and wash me. For him to do his will. For what do you have for me today? That's a prayer. I never talked to him like that and prayed to him like that before. I never asked God what he wanted and what he required from me. I never asked him, God, how do I make sure I am doing your will. And how I know now is when it's uncomfortable, when it's you know, a little bit kind of rough for me, because the easy stuff for me, I wasn't learning in the easy. I learned in the difficult things. I'm grasping and getting a lot. I'm grasping and getting a lot of things now. Once I truly was like, God, I need you to come in. I'm tired. No mas. I can't do it no more. My life was all over the place. My life was all over the place. I was tired living in a crazy mind. I was tired of living in bitterness. I was tired of living for someone else. I was tired of living for someone else. I was tired of not being right, and not that right of oh, I'm right and saying I'm right because you've done something wrong. I was tired of not being right in Him. I was tired of not being right in Him, not doing my part, not really reading His Word, not really actually just sitting and staying in it, not I was like, man, God, when I tell you, I thank Him so much for being who He is to me, and being so, ooh, how can I say it? So, how I look at it now, so so finally I got Him. So finally I am getting Him on my own. It's good that I have a whole lot more clarity in my life, a whole lot more of putting things together in Him, a whole lot more of the one thing that I need to just say, forget all of that, that's good. The one thing I fully know that I have that I've never had before in Him was trust. And not that He did anything to me for it to not be there. And to fully have a comfortability thing with it of like, okay. I would say I trust Him, but really, like, Lord, I need this, but then going out, doing it on my own, trying to figure things out. And now it's like, we have to go and make sure we stay in development with Him. Enjoy the process. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. He got us. Jesus Christ. I am telling you. There's one thing I wanted to say. I was like, okay, God, gift has been coming to me. Gift has been coming to me. Gifts have been coming to me. But I had to think the best gift that ever has come to me was you. And it was like, now I'm saying I want to talk with my pastor about getting rededicated and getting baptized again, because now I truly see a different me. I see Audrey Elaine now. I won't be doing it because someone else is telling me, or doing it because someone else is is like, well, it's the same thing I just said, but basically, like the last time I got baptized, it wasn't right, because I didn't know anything of what I know now. So put it like this, because that came up in my head. It was for show. Not for the right kind of reasons. Just because you take the class and the study of why you get baptized does not mean you get baptized, Audrey Elaine, and I know that now. I need my soul really clean and really poured more into Him. And now I see it for me, of wanting to come to Him so that everything, literally everything that is not of Him, He gets it up out of me. Because now I'm at the point of, wait, hold up, God. I thought I got baptized, so you did the rest from there. No, I know now that that comes where you get baptized and God is washing your soul. And now here comes the work, Audrey Lane. Do the work. So now I see it because I'm already doing the work and doing the work. And it is hard, guys. But I need God to refresh me and cleanse me down. And man, if they can, I don't know if they can, because we always would laugh and joke about it. But it's like, yeah, you might want to hold me up under there a little bit longer. Like, yeah, do a deep cleanse on me. Because I'm tired of living a way of where I would just always being in doubt, in fear, in bitterness, in craziness, rambling. Or we'll just keep going and on and on and on. And I finally be like, okay, God, getting off of that hamster wheel and giving God my trust is so much better. I can see, and how about this? I can see wrongs and I can take correction. I couldn't do that before. Not without an argument. Not with always wanting to say I'm right. Or not with always wanting to be like, I ain't really listening to you. And now it's like I need it. I need it full-fledged because, and this is where it is about me, I need my soul to be really doing work in you and for you, because I know there's more that you need me to do. I ran into this lady today. He's been putting certain things in my life. And she was standing out doing what my mother used to do. Standing on a part of the city that is very hard to get people to stop. And you hand them out, I don't even know where I put it. But it was a flyer on bringing God into your life to relieve things up out of you. Stress, anxiety, all kinds of stuff. And her, I almost said her name, but she was so pleasant. And I went by her once and stopped and had her, I beeped, she brought it over, and I took it, and it was like, thank you, and everything. And then on the way back, she was still out there. After I done sat at my cousin's house for about 10 minutes to go take the stuff over to her. And when I came back down, she was on the opposite side of the corner, and was handing it out, and came over to me. And I said to her what I should have said to her the first time, like, it is hard out here. I thank you so much for being out here doing this. I thank you so much, because it's hard out here living for Christ. And she says to me exactly what I knew she was going to say. And before she could say it, well, we both kind of said it at the same time. This is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. And that's something we have to do. We have to remove ourselves. We have to remove that, yeah. And when I tell you, this woman had the biggest smile, and she's like, oh, you have a big smile. You're always smiling. Like, I got you now. She seen my face once. I was like, you already got me, but I wanted to just tell you how much this need to be done. And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we have to, and everything. And she was like, you have like the biggest smile and everything. It's just something about you. And we exchanged names, and she was like, so what is your name? And I always now correct people on how to pronounce my name. And I'm like, it's Audrey Elaine. And she was like, all right, Audrey, now you go drive down that lane right there. And I just was like, yeah, amazing. When we out here and we living for Christ, you really have to have the right kind of mind. You have to really be like, okay, because it's not about us. God will do it. Anybody who walks by you, who sees you, the light is then pressed on them. But we can't sit there and go, it's like the movie, what's that, Fun with Dick and Jane. And he's running after the person to give them a fight. We don't have to do that. You never know. Just like I crossed that lady path. And how about this? One car went around me. The other car behind that car stopped. And not only as she was talking to me saying bye, and he's getting her attention because he wants pamphlets and everything. I'm waiting at the light, and he stopped and talked with her. And I got only one, but two. And she kept that same old brilliant, wonderful smile. So you never know who we affect. Who would have knew yesterday, after all that went on with the lady, that she would not only be obedient to God and bless me with funds, and it's like pouring into my nonprofit, but you never know how someone can be affected by our presence. Like when I come on and I put my journals, I have to tell myself, don't get caught up on views and everything. Don't get caught up on, oh, you don't speak like this and this. I can't even say it out to you now because I'm not caught up on it. My journal literally is something amazing, because the girl here, Audrey Elaine, you have a voice. You guys out there, you have a voice. And the main person who gets to hear my voice is God. He gets to hear how much I appreciate him, how much I value him, how much I adore him and trust him, how much I appreciate. We we yeah. I have to do a couple things even when I get off of here for tonight. And it's oh, I didn't say it. I normally do. So today is July 9th, 2021. I have to do a couple things. It's now like 10:30. I don't know what time the video will be posted for YouTube because my phone has been doing this weird type thing of not uploading or whatever the way that it should be. But on my because I have the Anchor Spotify podcast that I kind of do both recordings for, because I'm trying to get this camera over here that I brought up. I thank God that he somehow stretches the time out for me to get things done, for him. And still be able to fall asleep like this. To still have peace at night. To still have joy at night. When I tell you, I get so motivated by myself because it's like, girl, you doing work. And I have to not do, and you have to not be in your mind of, oh, well, I only do, it seems like I'm only getting a little bit ahead. No, you're not. It may seem like it, but trust me, when you look back, you gonna have no choice but to laugh and chuckle like, God, you truly got a lot done for me. Because see, how we move and do things is one thing, but how God moves and do things in us is another. And then how the tip of it is how he does it on his own. So it's like three ways of doing things with of how he does it, at least for me. I've never expressed so much gratitude to God for just anything before. And I praise him so much just for the now, that I can get things, that I truly am like, God, I am myself. I, Audrey Lane, am myself. I am who you made me to be, that I have kind of came into, and who you've been showing me I am. I say that all the time. I am. Do you know who you are? If you don't, ask God to reveal you to you. And don't be scared of it. Because at first, I said it a while ago. I can't remember what year it was. And it shocked me at first. Because literally, all of the nasty, crazy stuff is what he showed me. And I was like, ooh, man, that was something. I was something. And now it's like, right after he showed me all the things that need to come up out of me, he started showing me just how strong I was. How loving I was. How beautiful you are, Audrey Lane. Your mind, your body, and your spirit, your soul. letting me know that you are perfect in my sight. We are perfect in his sight. How beautiful we are in his sight. And don't go twisting your head, because everybody say nobody's perfect but God. God is perfect, and that's why we are perfect in his sight, because he sees us. He sees us. I just whew, I just know that I love who he has already kind of showed me I am. And if he has showed me this in this time, I know he's building me and getting me better for where he is taking me and showing me. Mm. I am grateful. I cannot express that enough of how grateful I am. I am grateful because some things kind of came up today. I spoke out a little bit because I can now see where you stand up for yourself, but you also got to have a thing where God gives you insight on to don't go into that. I went a little bit into it and then I stopped, because people will try to bring you in because they want to break you down. And we have to be aware of that. We have to be aware of the fact of not everything is meant for everyone. And especially where God is taking us, where he is moving us from, where he is getting us out of, where he has like, no, this is not you. You're asking me to change you. You're asking me to invest into you. So why are you going to go back? No. So I know for myself who I am now. Just this tip that I've gotten to see who I am is not for everyone. This channel right here may not be for everyone, and it's okay. Remember, I say it all the time. This channel, and for all of my social media things that I have, is a participating channel. No spectators. We don't want spectators. We are here to celebrate and love one another. I am here to celebrate and love on you. On you, Audrey Lane, and you out there, the Just Be. Just be in who you are. You beautiful, you wonderful. God has you. Don't worry about it. You don't gotta be everybody's mix. You ain't gotta be everybody's mix. The only flavor you gotta be for and favor you gotta be is God's. Roger Lane, you better know that. You out there, you better know that. You ain't gotta worry about fitting in. God is going to have it where people is going to be coming around you. Where people is going to like, it's something about them different. I gotta be around. And the people who's going to be participating with you. People who's going to be like, it's something about them different. I just gotta be around them. It's something different. Jesus has got to be doing something. This Jesus, this God, she's talking about God right there. This God person she's talking about, it's something different. They live in something totally different. I want that for myself. We are his ones. We are the ones he has. He has something for us. He got us. And also make sure that we are not only encouraging and loving ourselves, but that who God brings, because we have to pray and ask God to give us discernment. And when people start coming around us, because they're going to want to see our growth. They're seeing it, but they're going to want to know about it. We're going to have to pray and pray hard that God, please give me discernment, give me wisdom, give me visual where I can say and see that this is you, where I'm supposed to pour out. Because we're bringing souls into him. And there may be someone that's coming and be coming for the wrong intentions. But we got to pray. We got to ask God to help us. And for him to remove the ones that don't need to be. Not everybody is meant to come on this journey with us. Now we have to love them. We have to pray. But we stay on our path that God has us on, and we keep on going. Don't let our feelings get caught up on wanting to reach back for changing stuff. Sometimes a prayer and asking God to change them is all that has to be done, and we keep on moving. Because there's distractions out there, and we cannot afford to be distracted. We're on a mission. We on a mission for our soul to be right and bring souls into God, right? We on a mission. So I thank you guys so much for letting me come on and just voice out who I am. I thank you so much for listening. I thank you so much for the just be and who you are. I celebrate you. I love you. I got your back. No matter where you are. You drop them comments and everything in. Just be on all of my social stuff. So if you wanted a private conversation and talk, hey, hit me up on Instagram. If I can find someone to help you in the research that you need, whether it's housing, financial literacy, child services, any of that, let me know. I've been working around a lot of people who's been helping me with that. My nonprofit, Praying It Forward, is based off of that. It's based off of helping people, praying it forward. So I thank you guys again for tuning in to Just Be Audrey Lane. On my YouTube, you know I always do this. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified when a video is posted. Now, you know I always say this. I love you guys. I love you. I love myself. And more importantly, I love God. I thank him so much for what he is doing in our lives. You better thank him. And what we do, we give him the glory. We give him the glory. So I thank you for coming on. This video was done July 9th, 2021. Sorry, my kitten always does this, I swear. And yeah, he's a Sunday cat. He's a Sunday purposeful cat. Like, yeah. So he just always either flipping or laying on the Bible or doing any of that. Like, he's an all white kitten. So it's just crazy. But I love you. I love myself. More importantly, I love God. Thank you guys for tuning in to Just Be Audrey Lane. And you have a good evening. And I'll be back on with you guys tomorrow. Bye now.